All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Hold on.
Put my cap on.
All right.
It's Harold in the house.
Hello, guys. Wow, I'm in the Gabriel High Roller Traveler video.
That's right.
Behind the scenes.
For the second time.
I have maybe in
You were
second
very
time.
briefly in the
He
Kathmandu
said
one.
it was second time.
That's what that guy said?
Yeah. I think
He's listening in on our
I think
conversation, huh?
He's a subscriber to the Gabriel Traveler
Maybe
channel.
so. Maybe he remembers your appearance.
Maybe.
So you made a very brief appearance in Kathmandu. Hey there, good afternoon. How's it going? Today is Thursday, April 10th, 2025. Currently 93 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 34 degrees in Celsius. Welcome back to Bangkok. So I flew in from Phnom Penh, Cambodia yesterday. Short 1 hour flight. It cost $81. A nice visit to Phnom Penh there, and then I am back in Bangkok for just 3 days. Flying next to Nepal. Okay, is this going to work? I've never been back in here before. I just kind of thought that I would start the video here where it's a bit quieter. But maybe that doesn't go through. Okay, let's go with the tried and true and head back this way. But so I have a hotel here for the next 2 nights, and then I have a flight to Kathmandu, Nepal. So I wanted to show somewhere different than Khao San Road for a change. I am staying at Khao San Road once again, just a couple of blocks away, and considered going to another part of the city, but I just really like the travelers, backpackers scene here. There's great food options, and I like the pedestrian zones of Khao San Road and Rambu Tree Soy, and then this is Bang Lampu, as you saw there. So I like staying here. One drawback is that there is no metro station near here, and so getting to other places requires catching a tuk-tuk or whatever. So that is what I'm going to do, is catch a tuk-tuk. So you'll find out where I'm going next soon.
I've been wandering down the same road back in
That is my kind of restaurant. All day breakfast menu. Hugs, scrambled egg, avocado toast. So that's what I just had, except it was less than half the price that I had over by Khao San Road. It was $130 for just the avocado toast. Anyways, whoa, we got a group tour going on here. This is Charoen Krong. And there are a number of things to see here, in particular art related, and there's also mechanical stuff going on. So I have a few destinations in mind to check out here. And then we drove past Chinatown on the way here, and so I will stop there on the way back. So here looks like you have a whole big line of mechanics hard at work. All right, let's jump ahead to something else. So here we have a shrine of some sort. It seems to me like it's Chinese. Looks similar to the shrines and temples in Taiwan and Macau and Hong Kong. Not a typical Thai type of temple. That's my best guess. Got my new sandals here. Working out great, super comfortable. All right, so you have this lane that connects to another lane. So one thing that I'm going to assess here is comparing these other neighborhoods that I go to Khao San Road as far as where I would rather stay. So let me know what you think, but so far, then no, I wouldn't choose here over Khao San Road. Although I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but interesting. So at one of the intersections, I saw something like this in the middle of the intersection. That is quite a creation. Looks like it's made from, I guess, random parts of some kind. Pretty impressive. Or are they specially designed to make this robot? Not sure. Wow. Amazing elephants. Pretty cool. Talat Noi 2024. Keep calm and eat on. Portrait of Charoen Krong, Bangkok. An art exhibit here. And so one of the things to see in the area is street art. Here we have some, but there is another place that comes up on Google Maps that is a 10-minute walk away. And so I'm going to walk over there and we'll see what else we see along the way. 2020, all these photos. Amazing Thailand. Talat Noi is a must-go place because of its legendary name. It's okay. Thank you. Can you guess the stores? No, I cannot. Talat Noi, so I guess that's this area here. Again, Talat Noi. Bang Mod. Whoa. Very Picasso-esque. What is it called? Starry Sky? Starry Night Sky? Something like that? Wait. No, Van Gogh. Starry Sky. This is certainly quite an interesting lane. Look at this. This is just totally random that I happened to see that little bit of art at the end as I was walking past. Here we have an anchor painted. So art is definitely the theme in Charoen or Talat Noi, whatever one should call it. American tourister. I guess that's me. Since 1933. Is that referring to a car? What else could be that old called a tourister? Okay. Does this keep on going? Oh, we're at the river. Nice, okay, well, here we have another, looks like Chinese style shrine to me. Alright, just saw a boat go past, so that's one way to get around, and more relaxing than the tuk-tuks in traffic. There it goes. Nice. But dead end. Although that goes to over there. So let's try that. So you can see some of these skyscrapers of Bangkok. So I think where I need to get to is further down there. Time to check my map. What is this? Floating restaurant or something? Or is that just the like boat station or something? All right, well, things are definitely getting interesting. And there's a different type of boat. So it looks like this will go through, but I'm going to have to get back to the main road that I was on before. So what is this? A fancy hotel, I guess? That incense smells very nice. And another one of these transformer things. It's kind of a theme in this neighborhood. All right, heading down this way. Looks like a good spot to maybe catch a tuk-tuk going back. We'll see. But based on what I've seen so far, then no, I wouldn't prefer to stay here. I'd rather be in Khao San Road, more happening, scene. Looks like a lot better restaurant selection, and I just like being amongst all the travelers. Whoa, church. I'm not going to bother going inside, but That is not a common sight. And so you can always just get away from the touristy scene within minutes. Just walk away from Khao San Road or catch a tuk-tuk, whatever, to somewhere else and go explore the other parts of the city. But I just find it to be a good location, and affordable rooms, lots of good choices of places you can get, you know, Western breakfast and smoothies, and also tons of Thai food and good shopping there. Speaking of Thai food, we love Thai food. Yes, indeed. Thai bus food tour, okay. Warehouse 30, you are here. Charoen Krung 30, I guess right there. So, this is an art gallery of sorts, I guess. Although, there you have washing machines. Wait. No, it's looking like it is a store selling home appliances and various parts, doorknobs and handles. Okay. I thought it was an art gallery. Maybe some other part of it is an art gallery? Let's see here. Creative Warehouse. Be the impossible. Stone and style designs and crafts, exquisite modern luxury materials to serve your dream that comes before its time. We are profoundly obsessed with design-led innovation to quest for endless possibilities. We inexhaustibly explore new surfaces around the clock to the degree that they exceed the maximum expectations. A lot of superlatives here. We master meticulous skills that flaws become scarce, but imperfection becomes beauty. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, there's the glass there. Cabinets of curiosities. Okay, so this is seeming like it is a place to buy, well, looks like all sorts of stuff, because now this is a used clothing store, vintage military workwear tools. Huh. Here we go. Art gallery. Good coffee. Good New Year. Okay. Very trendy looking coffee shop there. And shoe store. Alright, there is a lot packed into this warehouse building. Carnival Golf. Looks like more used clothes. Or maybe new. Alright, well, there you go. Looks like that was some sort of an old warehouse that they turned into all these very trendy shops. But what I came down here for is a street art spot, and it looks like this is it. cool looking bus. Somebody inside there waving at me. That looks like the one to take on some sort of an overnight journey. Might have beds or something in it. So we are now at Chinatown, and this is the Chinatown night market, which seems to be kind of just getting started, or maybe it's going throughout the day, but it's definitely going to be a much more happening scene once the sun goes down. That sun is flippin' intense. Not just the sun, but the humidity. I was starting to feel borderline heat stroke-ish, and so I took out my water bottle, put my shirt inside my hat, and then poured water over the shirt so that it soaks both the shirt and the hat. And that helps a little bit, but it is getting on time to get out of this heat sometime soon. But let's wander through Chinatown here. Coconuts, 70 baht, a little more than $2. Not so cheap. Bangkok is definitely getting more expensive, sort of like just about everywhere. But here you can see full-on Chinatown. And so that is probably why we were seeing all of the Chinese-looking shrines and temples, because that was actually quite close to Chinatown here. The tuk-tuk driver was really giving me the hard sell the whole ways here. My preference is don't talk to me, I just want to sit there and enjoy the ride, especially when you're dealing with the language barrier, because then it's a challenge having to listen closely and choose your words carefully and all that. And so, let's see, what was the first thing he asked me was, have I been to the Big Buddha? Which I'm pretty darn sure that I have been to. There are various Buddha statues, of course. There's the lying Buddha and the big Buddha and lots of Buddhas around Bangkok. And I said, yes, I've already been there. And then he said, you want to take a boat? When I'm in a rickshaw for a reason. So he wanted to take me, somewhere else and go on this boat ride, and who knows how much of a scam or whatever that's going to be. And I said, nope, no boat. And then he said, have you been to the factory? Yeah, like I want to go to some shirt factory. Ultimately, he just dropped me off, but the previous tuk-tuk driver wasn't doing that at all. He didn't ask me any questions trying to take me somewhere else. So once again, the question, is this a better place to stay than Khao San Road? I don't think so. It's a lot busier actually, because you have this main street. Khao San Road is essentially a walking street. Every once in a while a tuk-tuk or a taxi will go down it because they are picking somebody up or dropping them off there, but there isn't through traffic there, and so it is just the walking street, as well as Rambutree Soi, where I'm staying, is mostly just a walking zone, and so it's just a more chilled out scene. This is a cool place to visit, certainly, but not my preference by the looks of it as far as a place to stay. And I wonder about the food. Is it going to be mostly Chinese food? What have we got here? Not sure, but probably Chinese food mostly. And not seeing as many of the types of restaurants that might serve, you know, like what I had there for breakfast, avocado toast. I mean, I love eating the local food everywhere I go, but not every meal. And especially when it comes to breakfast, I prefer a Western style breakfast. There you go, chestnuts. That's exactly what I saw in Phnom Penh. Chestnut roasting contraption. All right, there you go. That is the Chinatown experience, and it keeps on going more the same that way. So, what do you think? Would you rather stay here or Khao San Road? Now, I haven't shown Khao San Road in this video yet, although I'm sure that most of you have seen it or been there, but I am ready to head back to my room and get out of this heat. So, since I've been talking about it, let's go show a little bit of Khao San.
All right.
Here we go.
Hold on. Put my cap on. All right.
It's Harald in the house.
Hello, guys. Wow, I'm in the Gabriel High Roller Traveler video.
That's right.
Behind the scenes.
For the second time.
I have maybe in
You were
second
very
time.
briefly in the
He
Kathmandu
said
one.
it was second time.
That's what that guy said?
Yeah. I think
He's listening in on our
I think
conversation, huh?
He's a subscriber to the Gabriel Traveler
Maybe so.
channel.
Maybe he remembers your appearance.
Maybe.
So you made a very brief appearance in Kathmandu. But this is our third time actually meeting up, because we met in Kathmandu 2019 and then in Prague just last year, I think.
Yeah, when
That
was that?
That was last spring, because I started that trip in the Czech Republic
So what, about 9 months ago or something like that?
About exactly a year ago. It was April.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I then went to Greece from there in May.
You have a scorpion?
I haven't.
No? I think your audience want to see you eat a scorpion.
I think they do. But not right now.
No.
Have you done it?
I have.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the legs and kind of the crunchiness.
Yeah.
It almost came back up again. It was,
Okay.
and I was filming a one-shot, kind of one-take video as I did it.
And trying not to puke it out.
It's really bad, so I had to stop the video afterwards, but I was able to keep it done.
It tastes
Jesus.
like it looks,
Look
in
at
other
people
words.
crashing into me.
Yep.
Oh. No, the taste wasn't that bad. It's kind of, you know what it is, and then like scorpion leg stuck between your teeth.
Yeah.
And
So it's somewhat a psychological factor.
that was the only problem.
And so all 3 times that Harald and I have happened to meet up were completely coincidental. We just happened to be in the same place at the same time. So
Well, I mean, that's what happens, right? Because when you travel a lot, I mean, let's face facts. Some countries are more appealing than others.
yep.
And it's not like there's 196 countries you can be in at any time of the year. It's more like 40,
Yeah.
or maybe even less.
Depending
maybe
on the
30.
weather, and then depending on where you're actually interested in going.
That is a very nice suit for
The
this
suit
kind of
does
weather.
depend on the weather.
Is it you? Like you?
That's like me? No, he's a very handsome man, that man. Yeah. No, and also, I mean, you love Europe, right? So, I mean, you go to Greece all the time. I mean, you're in Greece every summer.
I'm heading there next month.
And then before you go to Greece or after Greece, I mean, you're always swinging by other countries in Europe, right?
I'm thinking Slovakia
All right. Cool.
before Greece. So like in May, because I've only been to Bratislava. And there is I think it's the Tatras Mountains along the border of Slovakia and Poland, if I'm getting that right. Some beautiful looking mountains.
And castles there. Have you heard about a woman called Elizabeth Baturyshka?
No.
Well, that's what they call her in Slovakia. Baturyshka.
Is she a historical figure or
Elizabeth Bathory.
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth Bathory.
Okay.
She's part of the origin story of Dracula.
Oh, okay.
She had a castle there, and she believed that she could stay young, rejuvenate herself by bathing in the blood of peasants.
Oh.
So, and she was very wealthy, aristocratic woman, but she basically, that's how she got caught. Suddenly there was like
She was bathing in blood or
less
something.
and less people in the villages, adjacent villages, and
somebody got suspicious.
yeah, and apparently she had killed off, can't remember the number, but it was hundreds.
But she was a real person.
Elizabeth Bathory, you can go to her castle in Slovakia.
Okay.
I mean, if I was going to go to Slovakia, I would definitely check it out.
I'll look for that for
but
sure.
if you ask locals about it,
Because I've been to the Dracula castle in Romania.
With the Bran
Yes,
castle?
exactly. It's kind of the fake Dracula castle.
Yeah, because it's Vlad Tepes, right?
Exactly. Who was a real guy.
Yeah.
Who it's
so
based on.
Yeah, that's kind of the Dracula is on him.
Yes.
And
the book is like based
that
very
Bathory.
loosely on that.
Yeah, and also he supposedly didn't live in Bran Castle. Did he?
Exactly. He didn't.
Whereas
There's another castle that is more closely related to him, that's closer to the border of Moldova, I think, something like that, up in the north of Romania. It's more historically.
I think I've been there too,
connected with him.
in Duara.
I haven't been to it, so.
Because I've visited 3 castles there, and one of them was a place where he'd stayed.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, check this out. And the locals, if you ask them about Bathory, they won't understand it because they call it Baturyshka.
Okay.
So, no, I'm jealous. I'm jealous going to Slovakia. Yeah, good.
Have you been there at all? Bratislava or?
Bratislava.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks gorgeous. It looks like a, not very popular European country that's definitely worth, a visit.
It's very Eastern Bloc. So
Yeah, but
they haven't kind of, well, Czech is also very Eastern Bloc
yeah,
when you're outside of Prague.
exactly.
But in Slovakia, they, Czech has,
Even more so, you think?
They've grown a lot, to the tourism, and
Yeah.
they're adjacent to Germany, so just kind of they've been able to to grow a lot, economically speaking. But in Slovakia, it's
I
not,
see. It's
not,
farther
not to that
behind.
level.
Yeah. Prague has the big tourism influx, and
Yeah, and Bratislava isn't like that.
not at all. Yeah. All right. 2 mojitos here. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Good to see you again.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, ask your audience, is a mojito supposed to look like this? Is it supposed to be like salt around here on a mojito?
So a margarita has salt on the rim. I don't recall mojitos having salt.
Okay, maybe it's my mistake. Well, it's good.
Is it?
I drink my mojitos with salt around here.
I see.
Yeah,
That is one of the best ones I've had. That's a good
right
one.
to my head, 3 weeks, no alcohol.
Yeah. All right, cheers, enjoy.